Here's Hayward. Shot is off. Excellent D there by Johnson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Hayward, and the basket good. Hayward's got 9 points.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard.
Guys, we know where the ball needs to go. We got to get the ball to our best player. They don't have a guy on their team that can stop him, and he can create.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Freight, second in the league, having an excellent season.
Well, he's almost unstoppable. He's got so many different ways he can hurt you and put the ball in the basket. And it seems as though he raises his level during the postseason.
The Heat trail by 13. Here's Webster. Count it from 12.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Here's Law. His three-pointers off the mark. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Napier passes to Bosch. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Griffin with the steal. Here's Law. He's got 13. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Napier kicks to Hayward. Outside, Webster. That's good. Webster's got 5.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Wizards passing it around. Here's Law. Drops in the layup for 2. 15 points in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The Heat trail by 12. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Washington fast break.
I tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
The Heat have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. A different look for Miami. For Miami, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Dishes to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the game for Hayward, 9 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
Free throw drop. The Heat making a switch here. Prince is checked in, and Washington making a change here. Hayward hits them both. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Here's Law. He's got 17. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we're really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
And Washington making a change here. Gortat's checked in. Napier passes to Whiteside. Gortat with the steal. Law kicks to Wall. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Law, good. The greats got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Here's Bass, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The free throw drops for Bass. And so Bass nails both of them.
You know, even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Wall dishes to Law. Wall gets a screen from Law. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing, and that one comes up a bit short.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Washington out in front. And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And now a brief chance to view our State Farm assist of the game. It's 1 of 7 terrific assists on the night from Law.
And what you love about his ability to pass the ball, Kevin, is that angles.
So it's the Wizards now. We've got Kyle O'Quinn. Napier is out there with Pete. And there's Tayshaun Prince. And it's Bosch in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Boy, look at the big ups, Clark.
Major bounce there. I mean, he can fly, folks. Really fly.
And we're seeing more and more of that, it seems, guys, out of the point guard spot in the NBA these days.
Hayward passes to Prince. Here's O'Quinn, rebounded by Korver. Korver's got his third rebound tonight.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Here's Napier. Prince's shot is good.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Law kicks to Korver. Feeds it to Law. Pass to Korver. Beyond the arc. The basket good off the assist from Law. And the Wizards lead by 21.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
And that one's good.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Martell Webster, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in for Kyle Korver. Here's Law, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. Amazing hops exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, can he elevate at that size. That's impressive.
And the call will go against the great. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Washington. Bosch dishes to Hayward. Back to Bosch. The pass to O'Quinn. Griffin with the steal.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Beal gets a wide open look. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Griffin just having a terrific game. 9 points and the 2 nice steals as well. He's showing some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
That's not a combination too many players are capable of either, guys.
Blake Griffin hits them both. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Passes it to Webster. At the top of the key, Hayward. Kicks it to Webster. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hayward. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And Webster kicks to Napier. Again, the miss by the Heat.
You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really wanted to answer that made 3 with one of his own. Not the best decision.
Here's Law. Goes to the fadeaway. And cans it. The Greats got 14 points here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Napier. Here's Bosch. And slammed in for 2.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Picked by Griffin. Here's Law. The feed to Gortat. Pass to Beal. The Wizards working the ball around now. Law dishes to Johnson. From the wing. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's now 27 points for the Great. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's Napier missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost them.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Bosch. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Johnson kicks to Law. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beal. And that one's good. Beal's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'm just so impressed with these guys. They made big plays when it counted the most, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Wizards.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the Great. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
He feeds it to Gortat. Can't get it to go. And the Heat going the other way now. Here's Napier. There's the dish to Webster. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Gortat with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beal, the pass to Griffin. And he gets it to go.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Here's Law. From deep. It's good.
Now, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than